Hey, there's the music. That means it's time for Animal Talk. Some of the best doggone pet people on the planet helping you with your pets. I'm Jamie Flanagan. Just want to take a second and say thank you. Thank you very much for joining the party, joining for some of the animal fun here on Animal Talk. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all those podcast things in all those podcast places. It really helps. It keeps us going, keeps the lights on, and keeps us having fun and bringing you the fun and exciting and important and interesting things for your pets. Lots of innovations always, and we like to try to figure out what's what in the animal world. And when there's interesting stuff, we get experts in to tell us about it. And then we're here to help you with your pet. And talking about helping you with your pet, it's about your health and wellness. I mean, you're always concerned about your own health and wellness, and then you're worried about your pet's health and wellness. And there's a new app. There's a new app that's going to be able to help you do just exactly that. Keep an eye and keep things. I actually don't know what it does. And so that's why we have Mike Ortega with us to tell us what Petzey is going to be able to do to help you with health and wellness with your pet. Mike, we're going to talk all about Petzey and keeping your pets healthy. But before we do that, Mike, tell me about your childhood.
Well, thank you, Jamie. Pleasure to be here. Well, I am like a lot of your listeners. I was a crazy pet animal lover. Started my career and my life in California and went to school there and started my business career. But I am not out of the pet sector. I was in technology for 30 years. And I had two beautiful golden retrievers that were part of my life, like many of your listeners. And everyone has had this happen, Jamie. You get up in the morning, you come home from work, there's your pet sick on the floor, and you panic. Oh. What do I do? Right? And you call your brother-in-law, or you try to call your vet, and you just don't know what to do. And I sat there and said, isn't there an app that I can just open and click a button and be immediately connected to a vet professional to understand what I need to do for the best health and wellness of my pet? And I looked around and there wasn't, and I created Petzey.
Because there's so much, if you're a professional swimmer, there's all kind of psychological help for you online. If, right. And then there's all kinds of, the cyber doctors that you can log in and talk to, which became more and more prevalent during the time of crisis in the world. Throughout the big pandemic, it became more and more important to be able to have quality connections through the virtual space. So that's how you came through with the Petzey. So what is it? What's it take to get it, and what are we going to find?
Yeah, thank you. So Petzey is an on-demand mobile pet telehealth and wellness app. You download it. It's a free download from either of the app stores. If you love your pet, this is the one app you want to have on your phone. Something happens with your pet. It could be pet care, pet health, pet behavior. You open the app, you click a button, you immediately get connected to the vet that's closest to you for a consultation call on your pet, so you understand what is the thing I can do right now for my pet's health, happiness, and wellness. It's a $20 flat rate call. That's it. No subscription fees, no annual fees, no hidden costs. It can be a 2-minute call or it can be a 20-minute call. It is a $20 flat rate call.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's and the peace of mind that you can get is I'm going to say is probably priceless.
Thank you. Yes, and that is exactly right. When I had my two Goldens, I just wanted to know what I needed to do for my pet. And if they told me, Mike, you need to take your pet right now to the vet, I would have picked it up and carried it down the street to the vet.
Yeah. So the vets that are involved in Petzey, how are they vetted? How are you finding them? Yeah. And how close is one going to be to me if they're like, get it in here now,
Yeah, that's great. So we curate vet professionals from multiple sources. We look at their license, we look at their credentials, and then we interview every single one. And certainly if they qualify and pass, we do a formalized onboarding to the network, and then they're available to take calls from all of the users that we've got. We now offer our service in all 50 states. It is a seamless, ubiquitous network everywhere. Whether you're calling from Portland or Florida, you're connected immediately. It's on a platform network, just like Uber and Airbnb and the other apps you've heard about. Right. And when you click the button on your phone, we see exactly where you're standing, and we route you with our proprietary matching and routing algorithm to the nearest vet near you, because that's what we want. Jamie. We want someone to talk to me to say, Mike, you need to bring your pet in. Are you available Thursday? I'm 2 blocks from you. So that's how we source them and put them on the network. And that's how we, work with all the clinics that are out there.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, because it's I'm a cat guy. I love the kitty cats. But there's some very specialized cat doctors in my area. And can you specify that I want a dog specialist, I want an exotic pet specialist, I want a cat doctor? Can you ask for those specifics?
That's a great question. So, and I love the fact that you're a cat person, so am I. And you know what it's like to try to take your cat to the vet. It's just torture. So now you can pick up the app, click a button, and you can talk to someone about your cat and whether or not you even need to go to the vet. So that peace of mind is worth, like you said, priceless. But we plan on putting into the app specialists for a number of things. By the way, we are the only pet telehealth app in the marketplace today that supports what we call all companion pets. Cats, dogs, birds, reptiles, and pocket pets. Okay. People go, pocket pets, what are those, Mike? Bunnies, hamsters, guinea pigs. That's 20% of many of the vet clinics' service.
Oh, yeah.
So we will be adding a number of at least 6 different specialties, not just on breeds. Like I have an iguana. I need to get connected to a reptile pet, but we'll have behavior, dermatology, oncology. Is that a rash on my cat? Mm-hmm. Click, routed to the nearest dermatologist near you. Oh. So that's a really nice aspect of what we're going to be providing.
All right, so you're ramping that up and it's going to expand out.
Right. That'll be first quarter of next year.
To that, I like that. That's good because some people they want a specialist. They want to and again, like my cat he's a trooper. He'll go anywhere. He'll do anything I ask him to do. He's pretty awesome. But cats, I know it's herding cats. It's sometimes it's tough to get them in there. So that's be quite the advantage to be able to get that consult of you need a visit or no, try this and this first. So that'll be extraordinarily helpful. So what other services are bundled in with the vets?
Yeah, thank you. So what we want to do is we want to, just as you said, add a peace of mind convenience at an affordable rate to get information on how to best provide quality healthcare for your pet. So you click the Petzey app, you get routed to the nearest vet near you, you have a conversation with them. Let's say you're talking to someone and they say, Mike, you need to take your dog to the vet right now. Well, I'm in Denver on vacation with my family. We have a relationship with a company that has a database of all the certified clinics and all the certified emergency clinics in the United States. So we see where you're standing. We click a button. We can recommend the nearest clinic near you. You pick one, you tap it, and it gives you GPS coordinates right to that clinic. That is
some more peace of mind. It's
built in the app already.
That's nice. That's very nice. So if your pet is experiencing some difficulty in the evening, late in the evening, and you jump on the app, you might get routed to a vet a little further away, but you're going to be able to get, is it 24/7?
It is. Thank you. It's 24/7 in all 50 states. And I have to share one thing with you, Jamie. Mm-hmm. This is now probably about 9 months ago during COVID, during Black Lives Matter. We had a very young pet owner in the city of New York. It was 3:30 in the morning in New York. And she clicked the Petzey app, got routed to a vet near her. She was very anxious. She said, I think my dog's going to labor. We spent 40 minutes on the call. We delivered 8 puppies on the network. Yeah, we never thought we would do that. That cost $20.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, because you don't know. It's like it's like way back in the day. We had a cat that had kittens, and as this was unfolding, we were like, what do we do? And there's not like, and this is like way back, and all we had on the shelf were, it's not like you could Google it, computers weren't really a thing. It's,
and the pets can't talk to you, right?
We had the Encyclopedia Britannica up there on the shelf and the answer wasn't in there.
Well, you're hitting on so many really important points of what we're providing and what we're trying to do in the market, Jamie. It's a perfect storm, right? Mm-hmm. You have, pet ownership in the last 10 years has gone up significantly. We have a very close member of our advisory board who says pets have gone from out in the yard to in the house to on the bed to under the sheets. So 70% of the households in the United States have almost 2 pets each. So we've got just pet ownership through the roof. We've got literally what's defined now as a crisis in veterinary medicine, especially with COVID. COVID's happened. You couldn't get in to see the clinic. So it's created this real need for something to fill that gap where I can just click a button, get immediately, our goal is to answer the call in 10 seconds, get immediately connected to a vet professional to tell me what I need to do next for my pet. And again, peace of mind. If they tell you, look, you really need to go see a vet, then you're going to be comfortable knowing that that's the best thing that you need to do for your pet.
So I see it's the best thing for your pet is actually really is what you need to find, because often people like they'll armchair quarterback it, they'll like, oh well, I'll just Google it and
Right.
I'm gonna try this, and because they don't want to go to the vet and they don't want to spend the money. And so they end up doing something that's actually even possibly more harmful for their pet. So before they armchair quarterback that, they could possibly make a call for a fairly reasonable price.
Yep.
And, they're not guessing, will his Benadryl calm my dog down? Will
Jamie,
send him over the edge?
A critical aspect.
Can I give them what I'm
right.
taking,
You're right. Yep. That is such a critical aspect, to be able to pick up the phone, call a vet professional, and understand what the right thing to do is. And I'll tell you, many of the vets that we talked about in their clinic, the number one issue they've got is people who come in, they went and Googled something. Do you going to trust your pet to Siri? So they come in and they've got a bigger issue because they tried to follow some direction that wasn't probably right for that pet. So it's really nice to have that convenience right at the tip of your fingers. And look where we are today. I mean, there's a number of transitions happening in the marketplace today. The first one's the sharing economy, right? I mean, it's the love language for millennials. One click, I've got a ride across town in Uber. One click, I'm renting a lake house. One click, I'm getting my groceries delivered. Now, one click, you've got 1,000 vets in your pocket.
Yeah. So what, God forbid, someone has a less than stellar experience. What kind of recourse? How can they let you know what's going on in the app or through the app or contacting you?
Yeah, thank you. So we do a number of things. Once you get connected to a vet professional, you have a consultation call, and again, we're very careful about what kind of service and information we can provide on that call. That's regulated by all the state practice acts. So it's usually a consultation call just about the care of your pet, and we make a recommendation or we immediately connect you to the vet. When we complete the call, our vet professionals fill out notes on each call. We close the case. Hey, here, please give your dog, water with this medication or whatever it may be. We click a button, those notes go into your app on your phone, so you can go back in and say, what did Dr. Smith tell me to do here? So you can look at your notes and go back through that process with anyone. And you can share those notes with the vet when you go see them.
So what about like your pet's health records? Those notes are saved in there. Are clients going to be able to possibly store their pets' health records in there if they have a problematic, because some people a friend of mine has a bulldog rescue here in Detroit, and those things are broken from the get-go. It's like it's just they have a lot of problems. And then some of them have a lot of problems. And so it's kind of important to know your pet's medical records. Is that going to be built in, or is it built in?
Yeah, we are planning exactly what you're talking about. Electronic health records for pets today is so critical, especially with the population. There's so many rescue pets out there today too. So we're building into the app the ability to save your electronic records so that you've got them in your app. You can share them with that vet. We're working with a number of rescue organizations around the country that once you select a pet and you get it from that rescue, they send the electronic health records to Petzey so we can help manage your records. So if you get on a Petzey call, they can say, well, wait a minute, I can see that your pet is allergic to this medication. So that kind of information at the tip of their fingertips is going to be really important.
I like it. It sounds pretty amazing. It's simple. It's not. You haven't. Sometimes apps get really a lot of extra side orders of this and side orders of that and more of this and more of that. It sounds pretty simple. A no nonsense kind of tool for pet parents. I applaud you for that. That's pretty good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Is there anything about Petzey that we don't know, that you haven't told us, that we need to know about?
So we really thank you for that comment. We really think that we are the pre-authorization process for your pet. If there's anything going on with your pet care, pet behavior, there's multiple different reasons to pick up the phone. It's a $20 call. Call one of the professionals, ask them the questions, and let's all make sure we've got happy, healthy, safe pets.
So, and it's free to download the app and have it there, and it doesn't cost you anything until you connect with a vet.
That's exactly right.
And so, do people put a credit card in, or do they?
They do. It's just like, some of the other apps out there, Uber and Lyft. So you create an account on Petzey. You enter some information about your pet, relatively simple. You put a credit card in, which creates a valid account. And then at any point in time, you open the app, you click the button, we route you to the nearest vet to ask any question you might have.
How safe is it? What kind of security, what kind of cybersecurity do you have set up?
Yep. So we use our technology infrastructure.
And what street were you born on? What street were you born?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We use standard infrastructure for our app. We use the Amazon Web Services and all the other kinds of technologies that Facebook and Airbnb use, et cetera, so we can scale and have the security we want to have for everyone.
So I'd imagine a fair practice would be is to have the app on your phone and have your credit card and be logged in and have your pet's name registered before an emergency arises, because if you're in crisis mode, things just get, the fine motor skills are the first thing to go. Punching
I can tell you've experienced this, Jamie.
Yeah, punching in the credit card is going to be a task.
That is probably the most important thing we could share with your listeners is if you love your pet as much as we all love our pets, this is the one app you want to have on your phone, and you want to have it ready to go. You're exactly right. You don't want to be in crisis mode trying to enter your credit card and figuring out what to do. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Awesome. Mike, I appreciate that. It's a pretty cool thing. Well, like I said, anything else? Like, is it a website? Is it Android? Is it
app stores? Just go to either of the app stores, Google or iPhone App Store.
Okay.
Download the Petzey app for free. Enter your account. Put your credit card in. You're ready to go with any questions you need.
All right. Is there a supplemental website for information or stories? Can people share stories or read stories?
If you'd like to know more, you can go to our website, which is www.petzey.com, Petzey.
All right. That's pretty simple, pretty easy.
Thank you.
Mike, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Like I said, it's a simple app. There's not a whole lot of shenanigans. I like limited shenanigans.
Me too.
So your story was with the two Goldens. What pets do you have in your life now?
Well, so we have a bunch of rescue animals, and I've got about another 1 million pets that are in our network that we can use. It's just so fun, Jamie. We record all the calls as well for training purposes and to learn and to get more information about how we can serve pets. And it's such a joy to hear how we're helping pets. We've probably saved a half dozen dogs' lives just by being on the phone and answering questions quickly. And, again, listening to things that we've heard on our calls has been really a rewarding thing for us.
All right. So, have you had any, how long have you been up and running?
So we really went into the market the first quarter of this year.
Okay. So have you had any, I can't believe this phone call happened calls? I mean, just like, my pet giraffe is got a sore throat. I mean, anything, what's the most interesting?
We've had a bunch of those. And most importantly, the one I shared with you when we had a young girl on the phone late at night. And that's why the being available 24/7 is so important. And we helped deliver 8 puppies on the network. That was really quite amazing. So we never thought we would be doing something like that, but it was quite a joy and a lot of fun.
Well, Mike, I wish you the best. Let me know when you get the medical records and the other portions of this start to unfold. Let's circle back and let's revisit and update folks on how to do that. I'll put a link to your website in the descriptions and the notes, and people will be able to find you. And I appreciate your time.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jamie.
All right.
Appreciate it.
You have a good evening.
You too.
All right. All right, there you go. Taking care of your pet, it's health and wellness, and just taking care of the critters that means so much to us. You know, what means a lot to me is you guys for listening. So do all those podcast things in all the podcast places. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Truly, genuinely appreciate it. Check out the Instagram, Animal Talk Radio. It's across all platforms, Facebook, Twitter. Animal Talk Radio. Find us. There's fun stuff going on the Instagram and animaltalkradio.com. And then, just put a little smiley face next to wherever you're listening right now. Please have an exotic week and kiss your wild thing for me.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Goodbye.